They're in their Bowling Green house when the walls collapsed.
So I made like a little roof to protect us, but still it was like I started freaking out and all that. Started yelling for help.
The tornado took the lives of 7 children in Angels community.
In all, more than 30 tornadoes tore through Kentucky and 7 other states over the weekend, killing a total of, so far, at least 88 people. Chief Meteorologist Tony Petraka's here. Tony, you were working, doing our weather Friday night when this all happened, but that was literally on your radar as well. You have decades of experience.
And I was watching the radar on Friday night, and I was shaking my head. And you go, "Why are you shaking your head?" I said, "I've never seen radar data, velocity data that strong in a long, long time." So these tornadoes not only exceptionally strong, especially for December, but the fact that they're on the ground for such a long period of time. And people are asking, just how strong were these twisters? Like the hurricane where we have scales of strength, tornadoes have a category or a scale as well as far as strength. It's called the Fujita scale, and it's a scale from 0 to 5, the 0 being the weakest, the 5 being very rare and extreme. Now, New England tornadoes are generally in this 0 to 1 category, though we've had category 2 and 3 storms. But the tornadoes from last Friday night in places like Arkansas are generally between an F3 and an F4, which means they had winds anywhere from 160 to 260 miles per hour. And research is being done right now to figure out whether or not some of these storms were in fact an F5, which is the extreme level on the scale with winds over 260 miles per hour. We always talk about tornado safety and where to be. We take a look at this layout, a floor plan of a house. The problem in some homes in Arkansas, they don't have basements. So if you don't have a basement, where do you go? You want to be generally in the center of your home, the areas in green, a center hallway, or even in a bathroom. It's not uncommon for people to actually lay in the tub during tornado outbreaks, put a heavy blanket over them while they're in the tub in the bathroom. And in some cases, if folks have a bike helmet or a motorcycle helmet, they'll actually put that on for protection. The helmet, the bathroom, the tub acting as protection. But of course, if you have a basement, that is the safest place to be, in the lowest level of your home, in the basement. But unfortunately, some homes in Arkansas do not have basements, and why some people were forced to be on the low level of the floor in the center of their home. And unfortunately, there's another outbreak this evening, perhaps not as extreme as the one from last Friday, but in places like Iowa, in Nebraska right now, in the upper Midwest, we currently have tornado watches. Severe storms are ongoing. Meanwhile, closer to home, we are very fortunate. Things are quiet. We are expecting some precipitation and a cool day, not nearly as mild as yesterday. We're looking at temperatures now that are in the middle 40s, 45 right now. So we take a look at the threat tracker. Fortunately, it is green, nothing really super high impact, but we do have some rain on the way. So if you're traveling tonight, this is more nuisance than anything extreme. Some wet roads, not as cold, just take it a little slower. Obviously, visibility is reduced. Thursday is an unusual weather day in terms of temperature. Much milder. Could be a record high in the low 60s, a gusty breeze, some clouds, and a little hazy sun. And Friday's not too bad. In the meantime, clouds have taken over after some morning sunshine, and we're looking at some rain showers off to our west ahead of a warm front. It's the leading edge of milder air, and you'll notice it when you step outside tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. So this batch of rain arriving shortly and lasting throughout the evening. We talked about another outbreak of severe weather. You can see this tight little spin out across the central plains, storm system intensifying, and it's right in here where we have a tornado watch, severe storms, and the potential for tornadoes. The center of this storm will actually track up into Canada and in the northern part of the Great Lakes. And what this will do for us is it will drag some of this milder air into southern New England both Thursday and Friday. One way storms get their energy is through the clash of air masses, warm and cold. And you can clearly see the clash of cold and warm right in here. And this is sort of the battle zone and the reason for some of the severe weather ongoing out west. We'll step you through the forecast this evening and overnight. The green represents showers that are likely. Look at the temperature at midnight. It's rising through the 50s, and this sets up for a warm Thursday. Now, by tomorrow morning, we'll start with clouds, but the showers are long gone. And just how much partial sunshine comes through the cloud cover tomorrow afternoon will dictate whether or not we get into the low 60s. Regardless, it's a very mild day. The record is 62 degrees for tomorrow, so we'll come close to that. Tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, we're partly cloudy, mild and dry. 11 o'clock Thursday night for December, 55. That is pretty warm. So here's the breakdown for tomorrow morning. Showers are gone, early morning clouds giving way to partial sun By noontime, 57. It's a very windy day, a small craft advisory. If we get enough of that peekaboo sun through the cloud cover, we will get temperatures up into the lower 60s. It is dry, though, especially during the afternoon. 7-day forecast showing the breezy and warmer weather on Thursday, mild and dry for Friday. Saturday still looks interesting with a cold rain and something that we'll watch closely. There could be a little bit of wet snow and sleet mixing in, but it's generally a cold rain, but raw and chilly at only 39 degrees. Stay tuned on that. It is better on Sunday. Breezy, dry, but chilly, and the high temperature near 40. Grab the umbrella for tonight.